Hello, welcome, and everything else in between, peoples. Yes, for the first time. Come on, YouTube, work with me. Okay, we're live, we're on air, things like that. And someone's being rather rude, but I want to talk about something today, that I haven't really touched on. But this. You can't really see it well due to the shining on the light. But, this is a U30? No. U18B, Providence and Worcester. But, why? Hold on. Maybe I'll take it out of the box. Here we go. But, pardon all the background noise. Here we go. Nice little Providence and Worcester diesel. But I'm going to talk about kind of like my tick with the hobby. Why I do the hobby. And honestly, it's got to do with two people. Two very, very important people to me. My dad and my grandfather. First off, I'm not native to Oregon. I moved here at the middle of 2003. And I've been dealing with things. I'm not gonna detail all the things I've been dealing with, but, let's just say things. Okay, we're back. I'm hoping this is the last interruption from anyone. Because I want to talk about this. But I've been dealing with a lot of things. And I've been wanting to talk to and I talked with my grandfather, things like that. And we were alone, he and I had said, I just want something to take the pain of what I was dealing with away. I don't care what it is, I just want it gone. And he looked at me when I had said, I want something, drugs, alcohol, whatever, to take it away. And here's what he did. I don't have the actual bottle, I'm working on trying to get it right now. It is so important that I get it before November, so I can actually have it running around. Once again, I apologize for all the background noise, but he took me to a little hobby shop. Not gonna talk about where, things like that. I want to keep it kind of generalized, but I'm just telling you that the basics of this. But he did say, here, have a locomotive, add it to your layout. Yeah, he gave me a little layout, but add it, and then I don't want to hear any more talk about drugs, alcohol, booze, anything. I want you to have a healthy addiction. And it kind of just spiraled from there. He helped me find a couple of model train clubs to join, which, let's be honest, If I hadn't have joined them, I wouldn't have met all the fantastic people I did. I wouldn't have the friends I do now. I wouldn't even have, the hobby shops that I frequent. And if you do want to know what are the hobby shops I frequent, one. I'm not going to give you all of them, but I'm going to give you just one. It is Whistle Stop Trains on Division. I recommend them highly. And if you're ever in Pasco, PF&S, they have some fantastic items there. Also, I do recommend going to Spokane. Just bring some money. A lot of money. About $7,000 ought to do you good. It's a big swap meet. Blah, 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 blah. But I want to cover the thing. But, I keep saying But one of the things I will always be grateful for is something my dad always said, which is, don't just do what is happening. Don't ever just do what has happened. Make your own story. And what you're looking at is a Trainmaster, a modern-day flatbed, and a Trainmaster from the 1960s. These two, just do whatever you want to make you happy. Don't sit here and think, oh, I just have to do X or I just have to do Y. No. Why do X or Y? Whatever happened to doing 9 pi divided by hopes and dreams? Yeah, you don't need to just make or have, one specific era. A lot of people will do this because they feel comfortable. But the hobby is more than just feel comfortable. You can do something. I've seen this on the PNW. There's actually a video on it. Let's see if I can find. It's like the little engine that could or something. I know it was like I think it was. I know it was. I think it was that one. I think it was called The Little Engine That Did. Yeah. Here we go. I will link this, and it's from 7 Idea Productions. But this was in the modern day. I want you guys to, but that is something you can do. It's called The Little Engine That Did. It's basically Santa Maria number 209 pulling a revenue freight on the Mill City branch line. And she was pulling the freight train. And she's a steam engine pulling a revenue freight. What's stopping you from, just doing that? Having a steam engine on a revenue freight train? Nothing. Oh, but it'll never happen again. There is this thing, it's called the Homebrew Roads. And I'm gonna put 2 Homebrew Roads in the chat that are really good, and I do recommend, if you can find out anything about them, or you can find their creators or whatever, I recommend talking to them, chatting with them, having a little fun with them. But, speaking of fun, have you ever wondered who the pettiest person could be? Well, how about a Vietnam vet? Yep, that's right. My dad, the Vietnam vet. Petty bastard. That guy, petty AF. And I do want to be really honest. When I say he is petty, I mean petty. His famous line is, don't get angry. Get petty. So, this happened at a club whose members were known for being absent a lot. And they also had an attitude problem. And their ego had just run away with them. They were like, out the door, bye, I don't care. Wait, sayonara, sucker. So, this one guy, he was bemoaning me because I was using steam engines to pull modern-day freight trains. And he was just going after me for everything. I don't know how to run a train. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to run a railroad. Everything like that. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Nothing makes sense. You're not supposed to have fun. You're supposed to do everything by the book. Blah, blah, blah. It was a nightmare. Hold on. Once again, I apologize about the background noise. But anyway, so this guy was just having right goes at me. Just right goes. He was like, he didn't care who he hurt, who he pissed off. So my dad, I have one hiding in a box over there. I'm not digging it out. But just to give you an idea of what my dad did. Same size, this Providence and Worcester diesel. Same size as my Camelback, roughly. Grabbed a whole bunch of these guys. Just a whole ton of them. And then, where is it? It's hiding in here somewhere. Here it is. And one of these guys, a little bobber. So you can imagine a train of about 5 or 6 of these, a bobber, and a small diesel. And the guy's there bemoaning my dad. Just, why are you doing this? Like, he's God's gift to the hobby. Just straight God's gift. He doesn't care who he's pissing off. But you piss him off, then it's war. He can piss you off, you can't piss him off, kind of thing. But my dad just grabbed a whole bunch of those cars, slapped the bumper on them, put the little locomotive on there, and ran it to the next terminal, which was on the other side of this giant layout. We're talking, I think the layout was something like 80 feet by 150 feet or something like that. It was a big open layout. Just real big. And one of the terminals was here, and the other one was like halfway down the other side. And he just runs it, and the guy goes, "What the hell are you doing? You're not doing it right. You're not running it right." And my dad turns around with the sweetest smile, and he says, quote, "I thought my son was too stupid to run trains, so I'm just doing what needs to be done. Have fun." And it was just that got me going into the hobby a lot more, fueled my passions. And I will be fair, without that, I don't think I would have lasted as long as I have in this hobby. I don't think I would have the friends I do. But it was just that one little story that I wanted to share about my dad that just got me going. And yeah, I know it's a short stream, but I'm tired of all the background noise and people yelling and screaming. So, we're gonna just stop. I'll try again at a later date when no one else is around. I thank you guys for watching this stream. Bye!